YouTube channel, The Quick Galloper, and its website, quickgallopjhay.com continue its series of race day analysis, with attention to this video presentation placed on the 10 race card of Saturday, February 24, 2024. Please note that many of the photographs used in this video were supplied by Horatio Carter of TML Sports Jamaica. Featured on the card and run as Race 7 was another staging of the Chairman's Trophy, a graded stakes, open allowance call at 7.5 furlongs. Only 5 horses were declared, but with 7-year-old horse 2023 Mu Tay Mile Hero rough entry, and reigning horse of the year Atomica at 5 years old, as well as Is That a Fact, a powerful 4-year-old colt and winner of 6 of 12 career starts in the small lineup, there were fascinating pre-race talking points. As the gates opened, Is That a Fact was slow to react but responded immediately to sprint up the clear path on the inner rails to dispute the lead with rough entry and Atomica slotted uncomfortably in between. A sudden injection of pace and the proximity of rough entry and Is That a Fact produced an adverse reaction from Atomica, causing her to lose balance and ground 900 meters out. Rough entry accelerated to go clear, pursued intently by Is That a Fact, with Atomica being somewhat outpaced and recovering ground 800 meters from the finish. Shah Mari Muir on rough entry had the dubious luxury of several concerned glances behind, with 400 meters to come with Is That a Fact edging closer. At the distance, Muir ensured the hotly pursuing protagonist was denied the possibility of a run against the far rails. 2-kilogram claimer Jordan Barrett recognized the tactic and switched right to deliver a successful challenge 100 meters out, then going on to score by just over 2 lengths. Jason DaCosta conditioned the lightly weighted Is That a Fact to win at odds of 3-1. Atomica ran on late to get her nose in front of a tired rough entry on the line. Many pundits are of the view that Muir should not have been looking behind on so many occasions, and that he moved too quickly on rough entry. That view was compounded the following day, Sunday, February 25, when Muir gave a peach of a ride on Fun Can't Done. Then he waited, the looking behind was substantially reduced, and he got the job done on Fun Can't Done. This win by Is That a Fact moved him to the top of the earnings standing, just ahead of Atomica. Trainer DaCosta also benefited from the win by Is That a Fact, as he is now the leading trainer in 2024. Race 1. The opening event, run at 1,200 meters, was won at odds of 13-1 by Pharaoh It Is, ridden by 4-kilogram claimer Joanie Forbes for trainer Donovan Russell. That win by Pharaoh It Is issued a warning that many lesser fancied horses would be making it to the winner's enclosure on the 10 race card. Surprisingly, in front 800 meters from the finish, Pharaoh It Is ran especially well inside the last 200 meters to score by just under 2 lengths. Forbes is a young man who has had a rather difficult time since he obtained his rider's license, so it was good to see him aboard a winner. The hope now is for Forbes to continue on this path of growth. Race 2. Half an hour later in Race 2, it was the turn of the Alfred Brown-schooled filly Don't Tell Lulu at 9-1, with former 6-time champion Omar Walker in the irons to heap more misery on form players. The little filly, after being hesitant at the start, sprinted to the early lead and controlled the early fractions. She had her lead threatened 150 meters from the end of the 1,300-meter gallop, but she ran gamely to hold an advantage of just ahead when the winning post arrived. The time of 1:25.2 for 6.5 furlongs will not shake the rafters, yet it was a first win for the Brown trainee, who, it has to be said, battled gamely to hold the finishing spurt of first-timer, King Pa. Race 3. Race 3 was won by the 3-1 shot Rasheed, the 4th best fancied of the 7 starters. Ahead from the start, the 7-year-old chestnut horse drifted to the near rails on the stand side to lose some ground, but still scored by just over 1 length for the trainer-jockey combination of Errol Subrati and Chris Douglas. It was a long-awaited winner on the local track for Douglas, who is here for the winter break from Canada. Bizarrely, 4-kilogram claimer Mario Chong declared with 55 kilograms by trainer Jason DaCosta weighed in over that weight, at 62 kilograms. Predictably, Chong's mount, the super sluggish American-bred line of Akati at 4-1, finished last but 28 lengths adrift of winner Rasheed. Race 4. Racing over 800 meters of the straight course and saddled by veteran Randolph Scott, Nuttin' But Trouble at 5-2, was also 4th best fancied of the 7 starters in Race 4. With the competent assistance of infrequently engaged Rudolph Page, nothing but trouble prevailed by a head and a competitive driving finish. Interestingly, the minor trivial point must be made that three of the most infrequently engaged reinsmen in Forbes, Douglas, and Page, with 13 mounts between them in 2024 to date, all won on the same day to open their seasonal accounts. Race 5. Saddled by Philip Elliott, consistently placed Strike Smart at 3-1 with Philip Parchment up, was clear early, and traveled strongly throughout to score by 3/4 of a length in the day's fifth. Contested by a field of 8 over 1,820 meters on a wet track with a light downpour, these conditions proved advantageous to the front-running tactics executed by Parchment. Deserving of success, Strike Smart came off 3 consecutive second places and a third place in his last 4 starts. No praise can be enough for Parchment for his prowess in the saddle. He is a no-nonsense rider, yet Parchment can judge pace well. He knows when to lead, and what to do when leading, especially over longer distances. The quick galloper cannot help but notice that Parchment, who is usually associated with the camp of Jason DaCosta, has not been able to secure rides from that barn in recent times. Trainer Elliott is to be congratulated as well. Year after year, with his small string of horses, the hard-working Elliott is able to produce winners. Any visit to his stables will always see Elliott tending to his horses. He is the consummate professional. Race 6. Over the 1,000-meter straight course of Race 6, the Speedy Basilica at 2-1, saddled by Joseph Thomas, racing into the wind, won by 2 lengths for leading reinsman Tevin Foster to secure the first of 2 wins on the day. Thomas, like Elliott, is another long-standing trainer, who has honed his craft well, paying strict attention to the keep and care of his horses. Thomas, a quiet individual, is a credit to his profession. Race 8. Bobla at 9-1 on, saddled by veteran conditioner Philip Lee with Java Neil Patterson riding, like Basilicus, also relished the absence of wind resistance to reduce his stamina. Formerly trained by Richard Azan, Bobla, a 4-year-old chestnut colt, won by 2 1/4 lengths. Race 9. In the 9th event, leading reinsman Tevin Foster had the second of his 2 winners on the day aboard the promising Philip Fiani-trained Amazing Force, coming home 3 1/2 lengths ahead of his nearest rival, while returning odds of 9-5. Amazing Force, another of the long line of horses with the word force in their names trained by Fiani, seems to be one destined to go through his racing conditions quickly, without much fuss. Rated by Foster, Amazing Force flew on the inside rails in the straight to catch and easily beat the leaders. Watch the progress of this one carefully. Race 10. In the closing event KP Choice, Robert Hallideen outsprinted 10 opponents to score by nearly 3 lengths over the 1,000-meter round course for owner-trainer Raymond Townsend. It has to be noted that KP Choice was racing at the overnight allowance level for the first time, with his last 2 racing efforts taking place in the claiming ranks. Well done to the connections of this 5-year-old bay horse. On the Saturday race day under consideration, only 2 of the top 5 trainers, Jason DaCosta and Philip Fiani, saddled winners. Gary Subrati, Anthony Nunes, and Patrick Lynch were winless on the day. Leading rider, Tevin Foster took advantage of the absence of main rival Radish Roman, with 2 winners, to increase his lead in the Jockeys' Championship to 4. Keep watching the Quick Galloper YouTube channel for more local horse racing news and analysis.
Thank you for watching another video produced by the team from QuickGallopJaya.com and its YouTube channel, The Quick Galloper. Please stay on the channel for other enlightening videos on those involved in local horse racing. Please like, subscribe, and press the notification bell.